Hi everyone. Hi everyone. Welcome to my next live. So I believe I've started. Hi everyone. I just can't see myself on Facebook. Just bear with me. There I am. Okay. Hi everyone. So I'm Rhonda Kelly from Rhonda's Readings. I'm coming to you live on Facebook and YouTube. My Facebook group is Rhonda's Readings and Rocks, and my YouTube channel is Rhonda's Readings. So coming to you live. I'm coming to you on Tuesday, the 25th of February at 7 p.m. So hi everyone. So I've got a few people watching on YouTube and on Facebook. Hi Vanessa on YouTube. On Facebook I can see where people are and see who's watching, but on YouTube I can only see unless you comment. So Vanessa's commented. Hi Vanessa, welcome. Hi Troy, how you going? G'day. Good to see you. Okay, so it's Tuesday evening. Apologies, I started a little bit late, but that's okay. I'm here now. Hi, Rach. Thanks for watching. Okay, so just an update for me. Hi, Pauline. Thanks for watching. Hi. Hi, Hardy. Thanks for watching. Okay, so just an update for me. I've got the Sydney Mind Body Spirit Festival coming up from Thursday the 12th to Sunday the 15th of March. You can pre-book and pay on my website, Rhonda's Readings, under the shop section. So feel free to do that. You'll save $5 per booking if you book and pay in advance. So feel free to do that. I don't have anything coming up next couple of weeks. I'm still available for private readings. My Valentine's Day special was awesome. So thank you all those people who booked in love-related readings. I'm still doing email readings. So they're $50 per question for email readings. Okay, so I'm just going to start reading the comments. That's okay, Troy. No need to apologise for missing my live. It's not compulsory. Hi, Cara. Thanks for watching. A wonderful, Rach. So I'll be on stand D75 at the Sydney Mind Body Spirit Festival. I'm sharing with Grace Wilstack, and we're both going to be doing readings there. So come by, say hi, have a reading if you want. I've got the pre-booking special if you book and pay on my website beforehand. And then the week after that, I'll be at Canley Vale for the Saturday and Sunday. So the MBS is 12th to the 15th, Thursday to Sunday, the 12th to the 15th of March. And then Canley Vale is the weekend after that, which I believe is the 20-something. I can't think. Yeah, so that's what I've got coming up. I have very exciting news. I've joined Twitter, so I'm really expanding my social media presence. I've got it open in front of me. My Twitter handle is @Rhonda Psychic. My name is Psychic Rhonda Kelly, so I'm on Twitter. If you've had a look at my website, rhondasreadings.com, you'll see my little logo, and if you had a look at my Sydney MBS exhibitor profile, I've got the little logo with me and the wings behind me. So that's my little thing. So I've just copied that across on Twitter. Okay, so everyone's nice and polite and shy. Feel free to ask me any psychic-related questions. That's completely fine. Oh, thank you, Hardy. Thanks for congratulating me for joining Twitter. That's okay. I'm sure you'll join Twitter soon. Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so I believe I have no questions on Facebook. I've got the screen, my phone and my laptop screen in the same spot. So hopefully I'm looking at the same spot this time. I'm not looking left and right. Okay, so Nicole has asked, Nicole has said, hope you're doing well. Yes, I am. Thank you, Nicole. May you please have a reading? Can you tell me what about your spiritual abilities, please, and thank you. Straight away I got told that you're clairaudient, so you hear. So I feel that you have popping and you have sort of almost like ringing, and it's not tinnitus, it's your connection with spirit. So I feel like that's one of your stronger abilities. So if you think of your psychic abilities, there's claircognizance, which is clear knowing. That's what I had as a child. Clairsentience, which is clear sensing. That's when you have you know. So basically, if you're getting a message, you have to look at how you receive that message. So did you feel it? Did you just know it? Did you see it? If you saw it, it's clairvoyance. If you heard it, it's clairaudience. If you smelt it, it's clairolfaction. If you tasted it, it's clairgustance. So there's different clairs with all the senses, like the way we, experience the world. It's experiencing your connection with spirit as well. But definitely clairaudience is quite strong with you. I also feel like your guides communicate to you through cloud formation. So you're someone that notices unusual clouds. And it's sort of a synchronicity thing with you. So you, for example, will see a cloud in the shape of a dog, and then you'll see a dog acting strangely, and the message is the synchronicity in the dog's behaviour. So yeah, definitely have spiritual abilities, Nicole. I mean, we all do. It's like any skill. You just practice it. Everything feels really itchy to me. I feel like it's almost like when spirit, Nicole, when anyone tries to get your attention, they'll tap on your shoulder. If you don't pay attention, they'll tap harder. I actually feel like you get an itchy face when I actually feel like your guides are almost like screaming at you and getting pissed off because you're aware that they're trying to communicate, but you're not aware of what the message is. So they're really, really trying hard. And I feel like you get an itchy face when that's happening. You suddenly feel overwhelmed. All right, but I'll leave it at that. I do actually teach psychic development on one-on-one, Nicole, so you can have a look on my website, Rhonda's Readings, or even email me, psychicmediumrhonda@outlook.com, if you wanted some one-on-one teaching. Okay, so Vanessa has asked if I see your son coming through to talk to me soon. Straight away with your son, I got stubborn. There's a bit of stubbornness and almost a bit of I don't know whether he's a kid that would hold his breath just to piss you off. It's not in his best interest not to breathe, but sort of really stubborn. I feel like he holds his breath and he holds his speech. So I feel like if he comes through to you, he doesn't always sort of communicate. So you find that sort of communication frustrating. But just put that out to the universe to have better communication with your son. I feel that's when he comes through to you, that's the main thing, so that you've got to understand each other, because that sort of creates a bit of frustration on both. Back to Facebook land. Excuse me. So I have Jenna watching. Hi. I'm very excited about your move, Jenna, by the way. So big hugs to you and your husband. Hi, Vicky. Hi, Robert. Thanks for watching. Excuse me. Who's got the cold? Who am I picking up on? It's got really, really sore, almost like a... Cara, could that be you? I actually feel like I sort of coughed to the point where I'm going to be sick, and I just feel like I need to sleep. So whatever's going on with you, Cara, medically, I feel like you need to really slow down and concentrate on your breathing, even meditation, so that you're breathing sort of slower, Cara. Okay, so thank you for all the love hearts. Thank you. I'm really, really feeling the love. Thank you so much to all the love hearts on Facebook land. My Facebook group's Rhonda's Readings and Rocks. So that's okay. Don't feel too bad on YouTube. I know that you can't. Hi, Angela. Vanessa, that's fine. If he's just returned from Queensland, everyone's seen him but you. Again, that's what I picked up on, the stubbornness. And it's to do with the communication. He eventually come around, but you've got to get over that ego, that stubbornness of the contact communication with you. All right, so Vicky on Facebook has asked, will you get the contract signed? Hi, Rhonda, will we get the signed copy of the contract tomorrow? I feel like it'll cut it fine. It'll be late tomorrow. You've got to get them on their toes. I feel like they'll sort of stuff around if they can, kind of thing. Yeah, I feel it's coming, but if it's not late tomorrow, then it's the following day. Robert's called and said, hi, gorgeous. Well, hello. Yes, Rachel, my clock has stopped. It stopped because I've taken the batteries out of it. I made that clock when I was about 15, and I love it, and I can't part with it, but the ticking drives me up the wall, and we're in a very small place in Sydney because Sydney's so expensive. So we've taken the battery out. Yeah. Okay. Hi, Pam. Thanks for watching. Hi, Rebecca. So a few people have joined me on Facebook who've never asked questions before. So please don't be shy. You can ask me any psychic related questions about how I do or whether you'd like a reading. Please just ask. Okay, Robert has said, I'm meeting up with Rupesh Friday night and I was introduced to him through a mutual friend. Do you see us together? I'm feeling no, actually. I think he's a nice enough guy. He's just, I'm just being told has a lot of baggage. Yeah, just, I just feel like it's kind of almost like the attraction to him isn't going to be worth, you know, every relationship's compromised, but I feel like the attraction to him isn't going to be worth the extra baggage that you'd take on board, if that makes sense. And I feel like that's going to be, like, you're going to find out about it tomorrow, is what I'm feeling. Yeah. So maybe a Mr. Right now, but not a Mr. Right. All right, Mandy has asked, what do you see for you in the next couple of months? I just got told open book, Mandy. I actually feel like you've, and I'm drawn to September, October last year. I feel like you made decisions around that time sort of to set yourself up financially and work-wise for this year. But I do feel like there's still a bit of sort of like interpretation as to how you can play that out. And that's to do with how, again, I'm getting a lot of communication tonight, how you communicate with people. Okay, so I've just drawing out a couple of cards for you. All right. So with that, with sort of manifesting the business opportunities, because I actually feel like there's a financial opportunity that you've considered, but that you perhaps didn't think was possible. So you kind of got to work on manifesting that. But the two cards I pulled out for you, Mandy, are be positive and determination. So I feel that you can set the wheels in motion to attract more success, and even put out that affirmation as well. I make affirmation rocks. I hand paint each one, and one of it is sort of abundance, sort of like attracting abundance, putting that out there. So I feel like you need to sort of do that, put that out to the universe, that positive intent, and make sure you speak about yourself and your business in a very positive way. So, you know, don't say the word just, like, oh, I just do this, or we just, like, put it out as in what you can do, like, and that's going to come back to you, is what I feel. Rach Ra has asked, any info for you if you made the right decision? I get told straight away, yes, you have made the right decision. And I feel that that was made in your best interest. What Spirit are telling me is that you've had to pull back a bit and be a bit selfish. And I know that's not a word that you'd like to be described as, but I feel like compared to other people, Rach, you're not selfish at all. And this is one of my life lessons I had to learn in my childhood and family situation. I thought I was selfish if I did anything for myself. And you're not selfish in making decisions for your own best interest. So 100% I feel like you've made the right decision, and I feel like you've got more decisions like that to come. Like you're literally something. Oh, that's really weird. I've got an ant crawling on my feet, and that I've never noticed ants here before. So ants for me are about movement, and you know, you look at ants and they're all sort of marching. They've all got their own jobs to do. They're all on a mission. I feel like you're on a mission to empower yourself. So really, don't put up with any bullshit. Don't settle for second best. Really think about what you want, Rach, and really manifest that and put that out there. Honestly, be as selfish as you like, as in attracting what you need for yourself. So make decisions in your best interest, and trust you. Just put that out to the universe to achieve that intention. Literally put that out there and trust your instincts in the first thing that you think of, and that will be the right decision. So yeah, all the best to you. A lot of personal growth this year. Okay, so thank you for that. And right back at you, Robert. You're very flirty, aren't you? Always blowing me kisses and giving me love hearts. It's beautiful. All right, so before I continue on Facebook, I'm just going to have a look at YouTube. I've got another one. So Angela said hi. Hi, Angela. Well, you got a beautiful smile. I have a tiny little picture, but from what I can tell, you have a beautiful smile. Angela said, can you tell me how's Marcus feeling about me? He's an Aries and I'm a Leo. We were dealing with each other for 4 years and I left him alone a year ago. Yeah, I feel like with Marcus, there's not as much personal growth as you would like. So you need to consider that in whether you come back. I actually feel like you have a very strong karmic lesson with each other. So as in he's a good teacher to you and you're a good teacher to him. So by karma, I don't mean revenge. By karma, I mean lessons learned, lessons taught. I just feel like he's in a similar place than he was 4 years ago. So there's not the personal development that you would like him to have had. I feel like he still thinks about you, but I feel like his thoughts are very scattered. He's a bit, I don't know whether he's got just a lot of crap in his life, or he is someone who just worries about things that are in his life. But I feel like his mind's a bit scattered. So if you can get him to focus and work on himself, then that's fine. But you're going to be, I feel like you're going to be making the decision about whether you get back together or not, because I feel like that decision is coming. So you've got to really think about why you broke up and what you actually want from that relationship. Not what he wants. I feel like you're also, Angela, in the danger of, like, you're at risk of it's almost like you're sort of eager to please. So I don't want you to think about pleasing him, what would make him happy. I want you to think about what would make you happy, and don't settle for anything less that will make you happy. So that's what I feel you need to think about. Oh, thank you for the love hearts, Vanessa. So I can see love hearts on YouTube. There you go. So there must be a way of posting them that I hadn't actually realised. So there you go. Okay, and Christine on YouTube has asked, does M still love me? Will he consider getting back with me? I'm really feeling a 50-50. I don't actually think, I think if you do get back together, it won't be a long-lasting relationship. Yeah, here's another one. I just feel my head, it's like my head hurts. Like I've just got a million thoughts running around in my head. So I don't think it's a matter of whether he loves you. I think it's a matter of whether he loves himself. I don't feel that he loves himself. He's very hard on himself. So that's what I'm picking up with that, Christine. So thank you so much for that. Okay, so I believe I've answered all the YouTube ones. I'm going to go back to Facebook land, and we've got Hardy. Someone's just stepped my door. Hardy's just asked a question. I've actually stopped, by the way, trying to answer it in a way that might make sense to you. I'm just answering it in I'm just reading it out basically in the same tense. I hope that makes sense to you. Oh, and hi, Kerry. Just realised that you're watching. Thanks for watching. Okay, so Hardy has asked, hi, Rhonda Kelly, what are the guides and angels saying about the moment I had a few weeks ago where I was knocked out unconscious by a strong energy? I felt swept over my whole body and feet. I'll just have to enlarge that. What's their message and how do I interpret it? I straight away got told you need to make sure you're grounded. You've opened up, spiritually wise, you've opened up massively. And it's not just through meditation, it's your awareness, your empowerment. You've had massive spiritual growth. I feel like you need to make sure you're grounded. As in, there's meditations about that. Like you imagine coming, a tree sort of from your sacral chakra, from your root chakra. If you imagine a tree sort of branch growing down each leg and implanting on the ground, like you're feeling grounded, connected to the ground. And that could be, some people are more grounded in water, some people are more grounded in the earth. But I feel like the earth, I don't know what's your star sign, whether you're an earth sign, but yeah, I feel like you're more grounded because you've had so much sort of spiritual growth and enlightenment coming up that's happened and is still coming up. I feel like you need to. It's your spirit saying you need to be grounded. Make sure you are. So that sort of happened. That's actually happened to me twice at NBS festivals last year, where I've done readings. Actually, sorry, once was in Malaysia, and once was I can't remember if it was Sydney or Melbourne, where I did a series of. I literally had about 3 or 4 psychic readings where they all resonated with my life experience, and I've had some quite unusual life experience that I wouldn't wish on other people, but I guess that's just my journey. But anyway, when I had those readings, and I actually almost felt like I'd learnt the lesson, or it confirmed my life lesson for me. And I literally stood up, and each time I felt like I just had to stand up, and each time I stood up, I actually felt dizzy. Now, I know I've got low blood pressure, but I felt dizzy, as in I had that sort of feeling of literally like feeling like I was knocked out by a strong energy. So I feel like that's also happens to me. That's as in when I'm feeling like I've sort of grown personally or spiritually, or I've just had an aha moment. And I actually feel like you had a bit of an aha moment before that happened. And it was so sort of enlightening for you, so overwhelming, you felt knocked out. So I hope that makes sense to you, because I can certainly relate to that. It happened to me twice last year, and that was because I'm doing this full time. I'm doing psychic readings full time, and it was just that those readings resonated with my life experience, and I felt overwhelmed, and then I felt quite light. So I feel like part of that is your crown chakra. So just making sure you're grounded in like your base chakra and also your crown chakra is what I'm told with that. But yeah, I feel it's just personal growth and enlightenment, and your connection to spirit becoming clearer. That distance becoming smaller, but you do have to make sure you're grounded, because you're still a physical human being. You have to make sure you're grounded as well. So I hope that makes sense to you. But I can chat to you a bit more about it when I see you, Hardy, if that doesn't make sense. Okay, hi Vicky. Thanks for that. I answered your question. Thank you, Robert. You like my new hair. I was hoping someone would notice. Got my hair done. Very excited. Okay, hi Leanne. Hi Vanessa. Thanks for watching. Okay, so I'm a little bit delayed on my Facebook because I spent a while on YouTube. So I'm just, and that's completely fine, Robert, just to be friends. Mandy, yes, I got yes for moving interstate. And I feel like you'll be choosing between 2 states. You'll either go more west, or you'll go more north, or in between, like northwest. So I'm drawn to that direction with you. Oh, that makes sense. Thank you, Rach. Yeah, so just make it all about you, what you want. Imagine, like literally write a list. Imagine you wake up tomorrow, Rach, and you can have your life any way you want it. So in terms of relationship, work, home, whatever you want, just write down a list of what you want and then aim for that, is what I'm told. Hi, Rachel. Thanks for watching. Grace has asked for any messages from your mum. Why am I feel like I need to sort of tap my hands together. I feel like she's impatient, and I don't normally get a feeling of being impatient with you. Yeah, she's not actually. She's like she's just sort of standing there and sort of moving her left hand. So does that mean anything to you, having her doing that, like moving her thumb on her hand? That's all she's showing me, and she's not actually talking to me. The feeling I'm getting is that she's impatient. She feels a bit unsettled by you not taking action in something. And she said, it's not your husband's fault, it's your fault. It's something that you're not doing. It's almost like, so I'm not sure how your husband is related to that, but there's almost like some blame of your husband or some lack of acknowledgement on your part of not doing it, and saying it, almost like making an excuse about your husband not being able to do it, so you didn't do it, if that makes sense. And the card I pulled out was wisdom for that. So she's telling me that you have the wisdom to have acted upon it and just resolved it by now. So, and I'm actually drawn, like, I feel like it was the past week, like something happened from the past week ago. So I'll leave it at that, Grace. It's a little unusual, but that's just what I'm showing and what I'm told. So I hope that makes sense to you. All right, Adam has asked, leave or stay with the job. I feel like you will be leaving, but it's not the right time, Adam. I actually feel like you have, get a lot of communication stuff today. I feel like you need to communicate a bit more about it. So kind of like negotiate or communicate. I actually feel like you're underpaid. I feel like you've sort of like your current job is sort of empty promises of what you've been paid or what you've been promised. So there's sort of value in having a conversation about that and seeing what happens from it. So I feel that you will leave, but not right now. Hi, Rachel, I'm well. Thank you for asking. Okay. So just coming to you from Facebook, Rhonda's Readings and Rocks, and my YouTube channel, Rhonda's Readings. Please feel free to like and subscribe to my channel. I choose a winner once a month on my YouTube channel. Whoever's subscribed to Rhonda's Readings can win a email reading valued at $50. Okay, so Rachel has asked, can I see anything for you? Well, no, not straight away, but I'll pull a card for it. Oh, thank you. I'm trying to look at what that picture is. Is it a little flower, maybe? I'm not actually sure. I just feel take a breath. You really, the card I pulled out for you is indecision. I actually feel like that's a card for Grace and for Rachel, about whatever I was tuning to before Grace. And for you, Rachel, I feel like it's indecision around family decisions. Has there been an argument or something about a birthday party, almost like where you're going to have the birthday party? Where you're going to have the birthday party or how much money it's going to cost you. I know it's a really strange one, but I'm just told that there's an issue around organising a birthday party. And I do feel like you need to stand firm in what you want for this birthday party, because it's like it's going to be more cost effective if you do it. So thanks for that, Rachel. Adam's asked, also, is Nan okay in watching over us? Yeah, absolutely. She was quite a funny lady, your Nan. She was very like a quick wit and wisdom. Although she was in that sort of generation where she didn't necessarily say what was on her mind, she certainly had a knowing of what was going on, even though she might not have acted it. So thank you, Adam. Okay, so I have a YouTube one. Thank you, Tamia. You've liked and subscribed. So Tanya, basically the way I work is you just join, and when you comment, I can see you. But when you comment, you can ask a question. What's Stephen Libra currently feeling towards? I've been dreaming about him, and I've been feeling like he's trying to communicate to me too. Yeah, I feel like he is trying to communicate to you. It's interesting you said you've been dreaming. I feel like he's in a dreamlike state. Like he's a bit I don't know whether Stephen is a very spiritual person or very the energy. I feel like he's very sort of hippie energy. I don't feel like he looks like a hippie, but he's kind of got he's someone who can sound like he's off with the fairies the way he talks. So I actually feel like he's been trying to communicate with you, but not sort of as directly as he could have. So you could take a step there and try to communicate and open up that channel of communication is what I'm told, Tamia. So thank you for that. And thank you for liking and subscribing. So Kerry's saying, why can't I sleep? It's driving me crazy. I feel like there's a smell in our house. Is there a smell of incense? I feel like there's a different smell in the house that doesn't resonate with you, like an incense or something, that sort of smell. And that's actually, and I actually feel like it's a bit of a past life thing with you, and it's making you almost feel on edge, almost like that smell is bringing up a past life trauma of feeling like you need to defend yourself. And I feel like that's affecting your sleep. So have a bit more of a think about what the smell is around. And it doesn't feel like in your bedroom, but it feels like it's at night before you go to bed. So have a think about what you've sort of been doing differently, and what the smell is. And I feel like if you get rid of that, you'll be able to sleep better. Like you'll feel more relaxed and be able to sleep better. Hi, Sue. Sue has asked, could you please tell me if I'll get help to finish my meditation center, and will it be soon? Yeah, I feel that you will get help. I feel there's a female friend around you wanting to, you're wanting to do the meditation center with her, but you've got to, there's a decision around a male that's stopping that. And I feel like he's not the best person to be dealing with. So see if you can deal with someone else instead, or try to sort of give him a kick up the backside, the old energy before you go to the new energy. So see if you can try to manifest to unclear that blockage, or even speak to a different person there. Yeah, okay, Robert, thank you for that. So yeah, it's a bit complicated with him. And I just got, I had a friend or a former friend, shall we say, who had a relationship with someone overseas who hadn't come out with her family, and that caused all sorts of problems. And I actually feel like, and it just sounded really complicated when that friend told me. My head hurt, and I thought, God, that sounds like it's more hard work than it is enjoying it. You should be enjoying and being excited about a new relationship. But Spirit actually told me that the situation with him would actually be worse, as in I feel like the sisters or the female family members would be react in quite a nasty way if he was to come out. So I feel like there's a bit of sort of like deception on his part in not wanting to let people down. So I feel like it's really quite complicated. So his last relationship was 4 years ago. Yeah. And he said, I think we'll be friends. Yeah, I think you will too. I mean, you've got a beautiful healing energy anyway. And I feel that whenever I'm around you, I talk to you. For the most part, you heal by humor, but there's also a lot of depth and a lot of layers in that as well. I mean, you don't know, what have I done? Shit. You don't know sort of my life story, Robert, but sorry, I keep pressing a button on Facebook and losing my video. Yeah, so you don't know my entire life story, Robert, but I feel if I was to tell you that, you'd just give me a hug. You wouldn't expect anything from me. You'd just support me and heal me, kind of thing. So you've got that beautiful healing energy about you. I just feel like I actually just get a sense that he's I just feel like you almost like the attraction, or so it's like an intrigue. There's a bit of a mysticism, there's a bit of what's the word I'm thinking of? I feel like, Robert, the way you look at him is you're intrigued by him. You kind of think, I don't know, there's something really quirky or interesting about him that you think, oh wow, that would be awesome. Like there's something about you that you can't sort of put your finger on, but you can't sort of let go of. So I actually feel like if you were to say friends, you've got to protect yourself in not thinking that you're more than friends. So I'm feeling that. I just feel like I've got to sort of say that to sort of protect you, is what I'm saying, Robert. All right, but thank you for that. So Hardy has said, thanks, Rhonda Kelly. Yes, it makes total sense. I also had a big realization just before that happened, and I do need to ground more deeply and strongly. Yeah, absolutely. Because honestly, Hardy, it's the type of thing. I mean, and like I said, it happened to me twice last year, and it just knocked me for six. I thought, what the hell? I thought, what's going on with my blood pressure? Don't tell me it's really low for some reason. But it wasn't. It was just a spiritual sort of growth. And I had no prediction or no sense that that was going to happen. So that was a massive realization for me that I need to ground myself, and reminder that I need to do that every time I do readings, because that could happen. So I feel like just because there's so many changes in your life and so much spiritual growth, you need to do that just as a matter of a daily sort of thing. All right, so thank you for that. So also, everyone, if you can let me know where you're watching from, that would be awesome. Okay, so I'm just going to go back to YouTube. Hi, Bibani. Hi, Phantom Punk. Hi, Priya. Thanks for tuning in. So, Phantom would like a reading on what's ahead. I don't know whether you're getting a bit of reflux, Phantom, but I feel a bit of. I just tuned into your energy. I just felt like I needed to burp. Yeah, so there's a bit of. I just feel like if you've not got reflux, just be aware of any changes to your diet. I feel like that's sort of a bit of a like a. Oh, you just had a glass of water. Yeah, I still feel this, like I haven't got to the point because I'm still feeling it. Just watch sort of changes in your diet. Just watch for changes in your diet if there's something that disagrees with you. I'm feeling like a burning, and it's like you'll eat something and you just want to burp. So, for example, I love carrots, but I'll eat carrots, but they make me burp. No idea why, but that's sort of reaction to a food. Okay, so the cards, I pulled out two cards for you, Phantom. This one I pulled out and it didn't make sense to me, because I actually feel like you are quite a motivated person, and you're very. Oh my god, why am I going blank? Who's the lady with dementia that's passed with you? What is the dementia connection? I just, when I make a connection like that, I just go, my mind goes blank. Yeah, so Phantom, the cards I pulled out for you are motivation. I am motivated, and motivated people help me to improve my finances. So that's the card I pulled for you on motivation. That to me didn't make sense, because I feel like you're a very fair person who is motivated. So I then pulled out this card of wonder. So I actually feel like you're motivation and wonder are the cards that I pulled out for you, Phantom. So motivation didn't make sense for me. It didn't sort of tune into your. Yeah, you motivate others a lot. Yeah, I'm getting that. But I feel like that was, when I pull out a card, I feel like it's a card related to you. But I don't feel that you need help in motivation, if that makes sense. But I'm being told wonder. So I actually feel like you. I feel like you had, when you sort of teach or coach, I feel like you have amazing teaching materials and strategies and tools that you use to get through to different people. And I feel like you could communicate with different, like similar people, but people from different backgrounds, and they resonate with you and they like you. So that's what I feel like with you, Phantom. But I feel like sometimes you get a little bored around things that motivate you. It's almost like sometimes you're lost for choice. And I feel like this is to do with your career development and doing courses, enrolling in learning and things like that. And I feel like there's a decision to be made about which one to choose. And I want you to choose the one that makes you wonder. So as in, if you read a description, like a lesson plan or description, and you kind of think, oh yeah, I've done that before. Yeah, that's right. That's not for you. But if you read one and think, oh, I wonder what that means. Oh, that sounds cool. That's an interesting way of writing that. I hadn't looked at it from that point of view. Then that's actually for you. So it's more about, I feel, motivation for yourself and making it a bit more creative and wonderful is what I'm feeling. So I'm glad I finally got to that point, because the motivation card for you didn't make sense, because I get that you motivate a lot of people. Yeah, so all the best with that. Thank you, Phantom. All right, so hi to all my YouTube subscribers. I've got a few more people watching. Please feel free to subscribe to my channel, Rhonda's Readings, and like my video. If you don't like it, just move on. I'll pretend that you've liked it. I do actually draw out a winner of an email reading once a month for people who subscribe to my channel. I'm just scrolling back up. Oh, it was Priya. So I've got a reading for Priya. She wants to know about her financial future. Are you a speech pathologist, Priya? Why am I feel like I can't. This is really weird, Priya. My tongue has just gone numb tuning into your energy. I don't know what that's about. I feel like your financial security is you're fairly financially secure. Sorry, I'm not getting clarity as to what the mispronunciation, the person, and I feel like it's a male who can't speak properly, and it's almost like a the energy I'm feeling like a Down syndrome. You know how either there's a boy around you, either a child with a craniofacial abnormality or a boy with Down syndrome, like with a big tongue. I feel like it's like my tongue's too heavy to move in my mouth. And I know it's not, because I've got a little tongue, but whoever the male is, in either in spirit or in living, that resonates with that, I feel like there's a message in that for you. I'm not getting clarity about what that is, but that's connected to you, Priya. That hasn't answered your question about your financial future. I feel like it's decisions around investments that you're making. Okay, the card I pulled for that around your decisions around financial investments is take action. So I feel like you're the one that needs to take action to manifest that. I feel like you've got obviously a psychic reading is in no means a replacement for, medical or legal or financial advice. Very expensive is what I'm told, and I have a law degree myself, and I qualified and practiced for a couple of years or few years, and it cost me about 50 grand. So now I'm working as a psychic. So I know the financial burden in doing law, and it's just like, it was interesting, but I just don't know whether I'd do it again. I think I'd be in a different financial positioning had I not done that. So straight away I'm feeling like it's the money side of things. I feel like take action is in terms of educating yourself, like actually. I know it's probably not until you graduate and you would do sort of like mentoring and that sort of thing, but really go to a faculty member that you're comfortable with and actually say you'd like to connect with someone in the industry and discuss whether or not to pursue. And just be completely open and honest and transparent about that. I feel like you need to educate yourself and talk to people about it, about pursuing it. And if you choose to pursue it, that's fine. I just feel like you need to take action with the monetary side of things, be a bit more, have a bit more planning about it, be a bit more strategic about it. And if you don't pursue with it, that's fine as well. If the universe wants you to go back to it, you'll go back to it. Just make sure you get recognition of prior learning and all the rest of it. And really, no knowledge is lost knowledge. Although I've spent a truckload of money on my university education, it's not lost knowledge. I could pick it up again. So try not to think of what you've lost. Look at it of what you've gained. And if you're in a position to reconnect and redo that, then that's fine. So I hope that helps, Priya. Okay, so AP has said, hello there. Hello, AP. How are you? I'm well, thanks. Yes, you can ask a question. You don't need to ask permission to ask a question. Please just ask. But in the meantime, I'm going to go back to Facebook. So my Facebook group's Rhonda's Readings and Rocks. Thanks, Priya. And let me know how you go with that. My email is psychicmedium@outlook.com, because I've been there before, and I I don't feel like you're in Australia, but I've certainly answered that question myself, and I've dealt with that. Okay, so Mandy's from Melbourne. So let me know where you're watching from, guys. That would be great. Oh, thank Adam. Thank you, Rachel. Mandy has asked about health. Straight away, I'm getting a sore neck and sort of back, and sort of I feel like I need to crack my neck, and I feel like my head feels heavy. Is the first thing I'm picking up, and I'm feeling a bit of sort of lower abdominal stomach pain with that. I actually feel like you're doing too much. I don't know what you're doing exercise-wise, but I feel like you need to get a bit more guidance and expert opinion about the way you exercise, because I feel like it's putting a strain on your body, and you need to sort of get a bit of advice about that. Is what I'm picking up, Mandy. It's important to have movement and sort of, even if it's just walking around and stretching. So I feel like that's important for you, Mandy. But I, in terms of sort of anything more vigorous that or training, I feel like you need to get advice around either your previous injuries or the state of your being. You need to get advice before you start that. Okay, Jana Frost, Lewis, anything on love? Okay, I'm going to pull out a puppy dog. Oh, hi Yeti, you're from Balgownie. Thanks for watching, and thanks for saying hi. And Parramatta and Adelaide, and thanks for coming by and having a reading on Saturday. Okay, so I'm doing a love-related reading. Okay, wow. Okay, so in terms of love, I mean, I can kind of see your profile pictures. I'm seeing tiny little pictures, but you're absolutely gorgeous. Is the first thing I'm picking up on. I feel like you can be a bit hard on yourself, but just be a bit more gentle on yourself in how much you have to offer, because the cards I pulled out for you are confidence. So as in be more confident in terms of love and attracting love and putting out what you want to attract. And I'm also getting far to think too much about the future or worry about whether it's going to work out. Just enjoy the moment and get to know them, is what I'm feeling. You've actually got someone in your energy, and I feel a little bit uncomfortable with their energy. I don't know whether you're looking at ending a relationship and sort of wondering what's out there, but I feel like there's better energy coming your way. Is what I'm feeling, Jan. So just remember to be confident, work on yourself, and remember to have the fun as well. Okay, Wollongong, thank you. Sorry, I'm just laughing at you, Grace. I just asked where people are watching from, and then I'm asking for your location. Are you watching from somewhere in America or somewhere in Australia? People are saying what place name they're watching from, and Grace has said, I'm watching from Facebook. That's really sweet. Okay. Oh, sorry to hear you lost me, Vivian. Oh, thank you, Sandy. You like my doggy cards? Yeah, I'm happy to pull out a doggy card. Okay. Wow. Okay, I've pulled out 2 cards for you. First card I pulled for you, Sandy, is learning. And the second card I picked out is contentment. I actually feel like the energy... I'm drawn to March, April more so. I know we're nearly in March. I feel like there's going to be a bit of an energetic shift with you, Sandy. Hi, Rachel. Thanks for watching. Sandy, I feel like there's going to be an energetic shift for you in March, April. And the cards I pulled out were learning and contentment. I feel like it's almost going to be a review of where you sort of spend your energy. I feel like the areas that you feel the most contented in, you'll actually will be learning areas, and the areas that you feel like you need more growth or more learning, you'll sort of, that energy will settle and be more contented. Yeah, I just feel like sort of it's going to feel like things are a bit upside down at the time, and I feel like it'll happen in a way that it's not too traumatic for you. And you know, the universe doesn't give us anything that we can't handle, and I feel like you're very capable, strong woman. So you're capable of handling just that change in energetic sort of shift of situations around your life. Is what I'm feeling. So I hope that makes sense. I just feel things will feel a bit unsettled March, April, and it'll be sort of, you won't be as content in there as you were content, and you'll feel like you've had a bit of learning before you get that contentment back again, is what I feel. All right, so thank you for that. So I'm just going to pop over to YouTube. AP has asked why Phil has deleted you, what you did wrong. I feel like Phil has deleted a lot of people. It's not just you. I feel like Phil is a little sensitive. Yeah, I feel like Phil is a bit overly sensitive and overly, what's the word? Overly, God, why am I going blank with it? There's still that woman with dementia hanging around, and I'm not sure who she belongs to. It actually feels like an auntie. So if anyone can take an auntie that had dementia on YouTube or Facebook, if you'd like to acknowledge her so I can send her on her way, that'll be great, because and she's telling me it was 18 months. She had dementia for 18 months before she passed. So as in so sometimes in mediumship I'll bring through someone who's had a coma or that sort of thing. But I feel like she's just standing right in front of me. She sort of connected to spirit 18 months before she passed, so she had that dementia connection. But she's still hanging around me because my mind's just going blank, tuning into her energy. Yeah, so I don't feel, AP, that you've done anything wrong. I think that feels just a bit precious, and it's just how he reacts to people, and it's almost like he does that, and then he'll sort of contact you as if you're best friends and nothing's changed. So yeah, you've got to watch Phil's energy, and I just feel just sort of keep your distance. I try not to think about what you've done to him to offend him, because I feel like it's how he is. Priya, I feel like the child is a future child of yours, and I feel like he's acting as your guide now. All right, welcome back, Grace. Oh, right, Sandy, your grandmother and your grandmother's birthday. Oh, that's your grandmother. Thank you, Sandy. Were you the one I just read for you? Yes. Okay, perfect. That makes perfect sense. Because she came in before, but then she came back in after that reading. Thank you for that. Yeah, she's nodding her head that it's your grandmother. But it's interesting. I felt like she was an auntie connection. So either she acted like, the cool auntie, or there wasn't much of an age gap between like the grandmother, mum, and her, and you. Sorry. So I feel like there wasn't a big age gap between you and your grandmother. It's almost like an auntie sort of thing. So I hope that makes sense. And that's interesting that I was drawn to March, April. Oh, she's actually laughing now. You were the one I read for about the contentment and learning, weren't I? So weren't you? So she's really buggering up my speech. So she's going to help you transition through that, as in help you learn and help you just sort of chill out and just be contented in areas where you've learned. Great. Okay. Thank you. So she's moved on now. So yeah, was your grandmother. Hi, Lucy. Thanks for watching. So Melinda has asked for anything on how to control your anxiety or pathways to take to help calm the anxiety. Yeah, I'm also picking up anger around that, Melinda. You've got a lot of sort of unresolved anger. And I feel like you have sort of bouts of like adrenaline running through. And I feel like like I actually feel a bit almost like I want to have a punchline kind of thing, tuning into that. I feel like you get a very dry mouth with the anxiety. Your mind races a million miles an hour. But I actually feel like you've almost got a bit of a disconnect between your heart and your mind. I actually feel like you have a bit of a hormonal imbalance going on. So get your thyroid checked, get your hormone profile checked. I feel like you need to sort of check your hormones, and I feel like that affects the regulation of everything, like your appetite, whether you're feeling hot and cold. With this adrenaline feeling I'm feeling around you, Melinda, it's almost like, you know, when you've not had enough sleep and you run on adrenaline. That's how I feel. Like you can be overtired, but you can still be productive. That's how I'm feeling. And that can be sort of okay in bursts, but it's not sort of sustainable. And I feel like that's your usual sort of amount of energy. And with the adrenaline, I feel like, you know, when you your fingers get tingly from the adrenaline running in your body. So I feel like you get sort of tingles and things like that. What I'm being told with that, definitely check your hormones. Have a just say to your GP you want to get your hormones checked out. Do that. Thyroid, I'm being told that, and thyroid function, get that checked out. I also feel like you've got to exercise at the time when you feel tingly fingers. So at the time when you feel like you've got that adrenaline pumping, you've got to go and exercise. Because I feel like if you don't exercise, that anger, that you sort of like, it stays in your body, it holds onto you, and then that sort of goes to your head, and then that anxiety starts. So I feel like by being outdoors and exercising, you're actually getting rid of some of that adrenaline, and that's going to help the heart-head connection. So I feel like that's going to help you be calmer. So that's what I'm picking up around controlling your anxiety. And they're the pathways I believe you should do that. Speak to your GP about your hormones, and when you're feeling that tingly fingers or that anger, actually go and do some exercise. And by that I mean sort of do that at the time it happens. Because I feel like the way you exercise is you're in the routine, but I feel like you just need to be a bit more spontaneous and shake it up with your routine. Okay, so thank you, Sandy. Yeah, so let me know how you're going March, April, and what sort of those changes mean, because I didn't get clarity on that. And when I don't get clarity, that means that Spirit don't want to tell you, because you're going to figure it out yourself. Yeah, all right. Hi, Anne. Thanks for watching. Hi, Sandy. Yeah, of course you miss her. Yeah, I know. I've got a lot over there that I miss. Lucy's asked about the interview tomorrow, and can you get the job? Yeah, I actually feel like it'll be a bit tight. It's between, I feel like you and another applicant are equally well suited. So I feel like you've got to be just really have your wits about you during the interview. Make sure you answer the question first off. Be friendly, be polite, even be polite to the receptionist, everyone, the cleaner, everyone sort of thing. Yeah, I'm feeling like it's 50-50 between you and another person. Yeah, Rachel. So Rachel has said, so just in order to help with that anxiety question, Melinda, Rachel, who also has anxiety, has said her mind runs 100 miles an hour when she's anxious. And Melinda, I've also been drawn to pets. I feel that pets would have a beautiful healing energy with you. Okay, all right. So it's almost an hour, so I'm probably only going to go stay on for another 5-10 minutes, and I've just had lots of new people join. So I'm only answering one question per person, by the way. If you did want to book in for a more in-depth reading, you can have a look at you can book and pay on my website, rhondasreadings.com. There's a shop section there. Yeah, Phantom, I can acknowledge that. Yeah, thank you for that. Darinka's asked, will you move from your family in 2020? I'm being told no, 2021. Oh, Phantom, could you just comment, was that a reading for me? If it is, I can relate to that. That's actually, yeah, I can relate that to a different situation. If you can just comment, Phantom, that was a reading for me. But yeah, you're spot on. And if you can give me any clarity as to whether I should take action about that. Hi, Nebraska. Let me know where you're from, guys. And feel free on YouTube, please like my video and please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Yeah, thank you so much for that, Phantom. I really appreciate it. Why does Lauren's mum want me to go to Atlanta so bad? I feel it's control. It's a control thing. It's almost like isolating you, making you less networked or less connected. I feel like it's a control thing. So I feel like I'm being told just to be cautious about that, Nebraska. Yeah, it's a control thing. Princess has asked, what's next for you in love? I feel like it's love in a different way. I feel like you need to do a bit of reflection about what you want out of a love connection. Yeah, TT, you can ask a question. Bubani, I just got no for that. Okay, so TT can ask a question. The card I picked up for all of those YouTube ones was flow. So riches flow into my life in many ways and from many directions. Queen has asked, was I born with spiritual abilities or did I learn? I believe I was born with spiritual abilities. I was psychic as a child. I knew when people in my family were going to die. I just had a knowing about things. I had deja vu a lot. Yeah, so yes, but it actually wasn't encouraged as a child for me, and I stopped being that way. And about 12 years ago, I went out with a guy who was a medium, so he was able to connect with the other side. And then my mediumship started coming through more strongly with him. And it was actually sort of the first adult conversation I'd had with someone about psychics and mediums. So for me, it was kind of reopened up that. So I had it as a child and I communicated with family members when they died. I knew that they were okay. For example, we'd drive past an ambulance near a car accident as a child and I knew who had died and I knew what injuries the person had had, that sort of thing. So I had a lot of weird things going on as a child. And I knew who had died and I knew what injuries the person had had, that sort of thing. So I had a lot of weird things going on as a child. On me and told him I was talking about him. I only told a handful of friends. Is it possible to find out who snitched? No, I feel like you'll drive yourself up the wall and it's not, you're going to be there's a lot of misinformation. So I feel like people aren't being clear to you and they're not necessarily a good group of people to be around. Sorry, Bilbani, I don't like to be the bearer of bad news, but I got to know. Lucy has asked, will things work out between you and Tim? Yeah, I feel like it will. I feel like it'll take a bit of work, though, and it'll be in a different, the relationship's going to evolve quite a lot. Yeah, so Tea Leaf is called Tessography. I've actually written a blog. What are they called? Blogs. I've written a blog about Tessography on my website, rhondasreadings.com. I think I did that about October last year. I do them once a month. Yeah, you've got intuitive abilities. I actually teach psychic development and mediumship I can do that through WhatsApp or Skype or any sort of medium, so you don't have to be in Australia. But if you wanted to contact me about that, my email is psychicmediumrhonda@outlook.com. And feel free to subscribe to my YouTube channel, Rhonda's Readings. Okay, all right. So I think that's positive for life. I feel a yes, positive for life. Okay, so that's my So Phantom has done a reading for me saying, I see something about turning over a new leaf and planning some strategy to move on from some injustice. The offer kind of lack of strength in letting go of past regrets. Awesome. Thank you so much for that reading of me. That makes sense to a family situation. So I've just had a phone call from someone and I've just ended that. Okay, so thank you. I did TT. Thank you so much for that. All right, so I'm just going to go back to Facebook and finish off these questions. I'm down to Yasmin. I'm towards the end. So Yasmin has given me her date of birth. Can I see what the dynamic is? My friend Paul. Is there a present and future? I feel as though something within him is changing and I'm getting dropped as a mate. What do you see? I actually agree with what you're saying. I feel like the dynamic has changed with that friendship, Yasmin. I feel like Paul is learning to stand on his own 2 feet. As in, I mean, so what would that make him? That would make him 20 years old. It's like and I'm getting like the past 4 to 6 months ago, whatever happened with his sort of family situation, I feel like he's really had to speak up for himself and stand on his own 2 feet. So I actually feel like his energy is changing, that he's almost like being more of a grown-up now, like just in the way that he speaks his truth. So I feel like the relationship, any sort of friendship or relationship with Paul would feel different because his energy is shifting so much. His throat chakras, it was blocked, now it's just congested, so it's spinning a lot faster. There's still more empowerment for Paul yet. So I actually feel like what he feels he's lacking from you is some sort of acknowledgement of that. So what you could actually do is say to Paul something like almost like an acknowledgement, like, you know, I admire you for speaking up for yourself, or I respect that you've had a lot going on, that sort of thing. I feel like just almost like he's sort of testing friendships, and some acknowledgement of that to him would almost let him drop the guard a bit, because I feel like he's sort of testing the water with other friends, is what I'm feeling. So I hope that makes sense, Yasmin. So I'm not feeling like it's anything personal towards you or anything that you've done. I feel like it's just Paul's journey and now speaking up for himself. So TT asked, what should I do with Nick? I feel that you know the answer to that, and you're quite capable of taking care of yourself, is what I'm told, TT. So yeah, I'll leave it at that. Thank you. Oh, thanks for that, Melinda. Your dog's your first child. Beautiful. Yes, I agree, Rachel. Central Coast is beautiful. I did some locum work there. Oh, so Sandy has asked, is deja vu like psychic? So deja vu, I believe, is a French term. I don't speak French. If there's any French people or Canadians or anything that can tell me what that literally translates to. Deja vu is like a synchronicity. So, for example, you might have dreamt that you had a conversation with someone, and then it actually happens after the dream. So it's so, for example, I would dream that I had conversations with people, and then it would happen. I would dream that I'd have a premonition of this. It's probably going to sound stupid, and you're probably not going to believe me. I would have a premonition of someone I would sit next to a bus with or next to a plane with, and sure enough, that person would be there. I'd either have a premonition of their voice or what their face, what they looked like. I can walk into an airport lounge and know who I'm going to sit next to on a plane. So that's sort of that's sort of like a deja vu if you've had that insight beforehand and then you see it. It's like synchronicities and confirmation in spirit, and that's what I talk about in my psychic development lesson. So it's kind of like psychic, but it's kind of like trusting your intuition. So spirit communicates with you in all sorts of ways, and it's just trusting that basically. G has said you've changed my life. Thank you. Oh, thank you. Aren't you beautiful? Please let me know how I have changed your life. I mean, these readings are all just, take it or leave it. It's just what I tune into you energetically, and you've got free will, of course. So, and you've obviously got free will to go and get expert opinion or see a doctor, see a lawyer, see a financial advisor, or that sort of thing. But I'm hoping that my motto is trust, empower, succeed. So I want people to trust in the universe, trust the messages they get, and empower themselves and succeed in whatever it is they want to succeed in. Oh, wow. Sorry, I'm just Phantom's been on YouTube, has been giving me a reading about a family situation, which I will be doing a YouTube vlog about, and I'm also being told to write a book about because people wouldn't believe it. I think a guy might give me some advice that will help me relieve some stress, maybe on ending conflict in working with an authority figure or Gemini male and getting some justice or fairness as far as. Thank you so much. That is so on point. You would not believe. It's something I've stepped away from, but it's something I need to act on because there's been injustice. And I've left the family dynamic because I'm basically sick of the BS. I'm not going to play games anymore. But there's basically a vulnerable person that I have spoken up for in the past, and I need to speak up for again. But thank you so much in that's amazing confirmation with me. Like I've spent all day thinking I need to work on this matter, but I did nothing. I did everything else. I updated my website, did all these other things, went for a walk on the beach. I'm just sort of putting it off. I've got a block, but I know I need to do it. But yeah, I think I do need to get some advice or guidance. So it's almost like stepping back into conflict. Do I want to do it? But morally and for justice, I feel that I need to do it. You know, because people are bullied all the time. I'm not the one being bullied, but I'm the one being excluded, which I guess is a form of bullying. So, but thank you so much for that, Phantom. Okay, I look forward to you joining me in future ones. If you, my email psychicmediumrhonda@outlook.com. If you have anything more, please let me know on that. So G has asked if there's anything you need to know today. I just feel like trust. I feel like you're sort of not completely trusting someone, but I feel that you, yeah, I feel like you need, I'm feeling that there's a male around you that you're not trusting as much as you should be, because I feel that there's an amazing pure intent there to help. The cards I pulled for that are attractive success and be spontaneous and have fun. So I feel like I don't feel like you're naturally an anxious person, G, but I feel like this lack of trust in this male is causing anxiety, and it's sort of like in turn that's making him anxious and making him react. But I feel like having trust in him will help you be spontaneous and help attract that success. Okay. Oh, and also feel free, guys, if you want to leave me a testimonial or anything, if you're happy for me to put it on my website at rhondasreadings.com. My email is psychicmediumrhonda@outlook.com. All right, so I'm going to finish up shortly. Hi, Angel on YouTube. So Yasmin has said, no, thank you. It's great and accurate. He has grown a lot, but I know also in finding his feet at the moment, he's drinking and smoking a lot, hanging with the wrong crowd, and I only worry about seeing him. I only worry about him. I have seen him grow a lot, but when you say he's testing the waters with other mates, that's true. But maybe I'm a little possessive because I feel he's leaving me out a lot. Thank you, love. Yeah, look, that's fine. You know, I am actually feeling like, Yasmin, there's a past life connection there, as in you're going, even if you sort of maybe don't see each other for 6 months or something, your energy's always gonna intertwine, and I feel that that's during your life. I feel like it's a very, very strong friendship, and by that I'm oh wow, my best friend Robert, who died, who gave me away at my wedding, has just come through. So I know there's a lot of love there and a very strong friendship. So I feel like that is a friendship that no matter where in the world you are, you're still going to be friends. So sorry, that's confirmation for me that there's a very strong friendship there. Oh, thank you so much, Troy. So deja vu translates roughly to I've seen before. So Sandy said, so not like you think something has happened before, like a moment at work or home. Yeah, that's exactly right, Sandy. Hi, Danielle. Thanks for watching. Danielle has asked for any messages. Angel, if you're very quick, you can ask. Bilbani, yes. No, that's okay, Jasmine. It's my friend Robert doesn't. Thank you so much. Sending you hugs too. My friend doesn't come through. It's kind of one of those things. Like my dad died 25 years ago, and I only saw him for the first time about 4 years ago, and that was because I was ready to. So as in the sort of the close ones don't come through. They only come through when you're ready. So Robert doesn't always come through because he knows he's sort of, it's quite sort of, it's still kind of raw. But that's okay. All right, so beautiful. Thank you so much, G. So you've said I've hit the nail on the head. You lost your dad a couple of months ago, and your brother, and have lost your bond, and you've confirmed you need to trust him. Yeah, 100%. Just it's one of those things. It's almost like if you walked into a job interview with your arms folded, you're not going to be likable. You're not going to get the job. Whereas if you walk in and smile, you set the tone. So it's about the energy that you're setting out. In the workplace, if you criticize a lot, you attract criticism. If you acknowledge people, then you'll have that sort of respect. So it's about the energy that you put out there. I know it doesn't always come out that way. I know there's times you want to punch them in the head, but that's kind of that pure intent. So you need to trust that. Okay, Danielle, back to you. Just take a breath. All right, the weird card for you. The card I pulled is laziness. I feel like there's a lazy energy in a female around you, and there's also pride. It's almost like I feel like there's a younger girl who her pride's been damaged, and she's sort of reacting in a lazy way, in the way that you wouldn't expect it. So I feel like there's a bit of ego sort of there that you're sort of dealing with. So you've got to send her a bit of healing, I feel, to get over that. Is what I'm feeling about a younger female to you. Yeah, thank you, Sandy. So you've just hit a nail on the head. I mean, basically, when you do readings, so either when I'm doing platform on the stage or I'm doing readings like this, sometimes the messages connect or resonate with other people, and that's fine because I was going to say the spirit hooks up with each other. That doesn't sound right, does it? Like spirit connects over there, and they often you often get lots of people come through, and it's because more than one person needs to hear that message. But I think trust is an amazing lesson to have. Yeah, absolutely. All right, Sandy, my clock is, I've taken the battery out because the ticking was driving me mad. So there's nothing wrong with my clock. I made it myself and it works perfectly. But I just, I don't like the sound of it. Angel has asked, am I your guides and loved ones around? Yeah, absolutely, Angel. And I feel like they touch, I'm feeling like someone's touching me around here. You've got, I feel like you're aware of sort of being touched here. And you can ask your guides to communicate with you however you'd like to be touched or feel, or and I'm also I'm suddenly feeling hot and cold with you. So a change in temperature is a big thing with you that you're sensitive with. You've got clairsentience. So yeah, 100% they're around you. Okay, so I'm about to finish up. So Kaya Nut has asked, advice from Spirit for my connection with Valley. Does she want me to make a move? Yes, I feel like she does. But I feel like be respectful and take it slow is what I'm told. So Nisha has asked, will I find a place to live that I can afford soon? I've been looking. Yeah, let your mum help you. No, I don't feel like she's trying to self-sabotage you. I feel like you need a bit of help and guidance. And I'm also feeling like there's a male that can help as well. I feel like you need to trust your mum, but also trust her in small doses, I'm told. Yeah. Okay, Danielle said, I'm not sure if there's another Danielle you're reading for, as I'm Danny, and it doesn't feel like my reading. There was another Danielle there. Yeah, I do, Sandy. I'm looking at booking some, but I haven't done that yet. But I'll be keeping that posted, and I'll keep that on my tour dates of my Rhonda's readings. Danny, I just got told, yes, you're right. But that's what I got told when I'm just wondering who was around you, because I did get distracted when I was pulling the cards for you, Danny. Yasmin, can you relate to that reading I gave for Danny about a younger female who's sort of had her ego, sort of shocked, and she's sort of sabotaging by being a bit lazy. Sorry about that, Danielle. Danny, let me focus in on your energy, because the message is quite clear, but it's possible it wasn't for you because I think I went to 3. Actually, it could even be someone on YouTube, that message about the younger female, conflict with the younger female. She's had her ego sort of battered and she's reacting in a lazy way. Sort of she's feeling a pride. Danny, straight away feeling it, tuning into your energy. I really feel sick. I really feel like got pain in my fingers, pain in my toes. I know you've had health issues, but I feel like I just need to take a breath. I just want to have a break from it. I feel like your husband has a beautiful, caring energy, and there's a beautiful tea that he makes for you, Danny. I feel like that tea, there's a lot of healing energy he puts in the tea that he makes for you. So that's the card. I mean, I'm not surprised. That's the card I pulled for you. Okay. All right. So the card, and oh my God, Danny, I actually feel really dizzy tuning into energy. I really feel quite dizzy. All right. The card, no surprise, I pulled for you is revitalize your nervous system. I'm drawn to smells, garden smells. I feel like you need to have more outside smells inside. So whether that's like just having plants or that sort of thing, yeah, I'm feeling it. It feels awful. I just want to give you a big hug. It feels awful. And it's all, and that the lightheadedness is doing my head in. I feel like having, now you're incredibly grounded, you're incredibly intuitive, spiritual, psychic. You've read for me in class, and I've been blown away by how accurate you are. So that's no surprise. I feel like your crown chakra is sometimes a bit too open, like you're sort of almost got to be a bit more grounded. And I do feel like having more outside smells brought inside would actually help with that. So what I'm being shown is a plant, so a plant with dirt and a plant. So as in, so that you could go up to the plant, almost like touch the dirt, or smell the dirt, smell the plant. I'm not drawn to any particular flower, but I feel like having a plant with different texture, like that. So if you, yeah, it's literally like a little plant, and it's a light green, sort of grey green, and you touch it and it feels cute, like a little lamb's ear, like that's a feeling. So I feel like different smells and textures of plants would really help you develop mental clarity. So I feel like that's to sort of almost like not close the crown chakra, but make things a bit more grounded, so that it's not open all the time. Is what I'm feeling. All right, thank you for confirming that, because I just felt incredibly dizzy tuning into energy, and I also feel cold, like really almost like bone cold. So I don't know whether you've got arthritis or autoimmune things in that as well, but I feel that's what I feel with that. So try to bring more of the outside inside by having plants, and even having pictures of plants and different textures of pictures of plants, Danny. So all the best with that. All right, I'm actually. Oh, thank you so much for that, Adriana. You've just subscribed. In answer to your question, Adriana, about is Gilbert destined for you, I feel yes, but I feel there's a lot of learning and teaching with that. So I feel like there's going to be a lot of going back and forth with that. So it's not going to be. It's got a bit of sort of self sort of healing before you get to that point. Yes, Danny, you need to do more tree hugging. So do I. But it's more about the textures and smells and seeing it. And I feel like that's going to help ground you, although you're not standing on the ground outside. Because I feel like there's times you don't go out much. And I don't mean that disrespectfully. I really don't. I just feel like it's the pain, the 24/7 pain. It's so overwhelming almost that you don't want to even like the thought of going outside is just too much for you. So bring the outside inside. All right. Thank you so much, Danny. And sorry for tuning into someone else during your reading. I don't ever remember who that was from, but I know I went back and forth to a few people. Okay, thank you so much. So for the people watching on YouTube, my YouTube channel is Rhonda's Readings. Please like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Once a month, I actually draw out a winner of a email reading valued at $50. Please subscribe and let me know you've subscribed. G has said, thank you, you've given me so much clarity. Thank you. I just feel like give your mum lots of hugs. It's with mum. Your mum, it's about smell and physical contact. So she needs lots of hugs, is what I'm feeling, G. That's the first thing I picked up. All right, so I'm Rhonda Kelly from Rhonda's Readings. If I've only given I've been going for about an hour and a half, but I've only sort of given short readings, one reading to each person. If you'd like a more in-depth reading, please look on the shop section of my website, rhondasreadings.com. You can pre-book and purchase. If you're overseas, that's fine. I can do readings on WhatsApp, Skype, or Facebook Messenger. If you're on YouTube, I have a Facebook channel that I'm also going live to. That's Rhonda's Readings and Rocks. I've actually just joined Twitterland. My Twitter handle, if that's what it's called, is Rhonda Psychic. I'm also on Instagram at Psychic Rhonda Kelly. My email is psychicmediumrhonda@outlook.com. So feel free to connect with me if you'd like a more in-depth reading. I also teach psychic development and mediumship. Thank you so much for everyone who participated and asked me questions. I hope I've given you clarity. Thank you so much for the confirmations as well. If you'd like to write a testimonial on my website, please email me at psychicmediumrhonda@outlook.com. Yeah, so the Facebook Live is going to be on my Facebook channel, Rhonda's Readings of Rocks, and YouTube on my YouTube channel, Rhonda's Readings. I think that's everything. So my tour date's coming up. I'll be at the Sydney Mind Body Spirit Festival Thursday the 12th to Sunday the 15th of March in Sydney, in Australia. If you pre-book and pay before the MBS, before Tuesday before the MBS, you can get a $5 discount on my readings for 15 minutes, or you can get a $10 discount on my readings for half an hour. So that's an offer I've got to anyone. If you would like to join my mailing list, my subscription mailing list, just contact me to let me know. And for anyone who subscribes to that, I also draw out a winner of an email reading. So I do email readings as well. I tune in intuitively like I'm doing now, and I also can read photos of jewelry or photos of people. I can also tune in with numerology. If you give me your date of birth and the date of birth of the person that you're asking for, that would help me make that connection. At fairs, I use oracle cards. I also use a pendulum. I also, what else do I do? I also have affirmation rocks that I paint that sometimes I get messages from. I see, hear, feel, smell, taste, the whole range. But yeah, that's about it. So I do live vlogs on Tuesdays at 7 p.m. and Tuesdays at 7 p.m. and Fridays at 4 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time. I may be doing the Brisbane MBS this weekend. It's unlikely, but I may be doing it. If in that case, I won't be doing Friday, my Friday live, but I'll let you know either way. But thank you so much for watching. Sorry, it's the end of my readings. I'm not doing any more readings tonight. But thank you so much for all my validations and all the questions about how I work and what I do. I teach psychic development and mediumship as well. So thank you for asking those questions. All right, take care, everyone. Good night.